like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geeks, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts with the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geek, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Check it. Good 80. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Bring it. Bring it.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. No, 59.
This is Howard on second down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, give me a radar.
On third and goal, Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go now. 18 Gators. Hey, C6. C6. 51 on the mark. C7.
Throwing on first down. Glenn. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Glenn. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
Glenn's pass complete to Curtis Samuel. A big gain on the play, but it's third down.
Set 70, Indy. Grip left. Under 10, 10. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Sit up.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Taking a shot for Samuel. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To throw again. Glenn. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Glenn got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
6-6, bullet high. Watch twitch. Watch twitch. 49, check 49, check 49. Check. Ready.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Scarlett, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 20-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Lions 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Stafford now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
To the air again, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On first down, they run with Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, it's Howard, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check your backer, check your backer. Back. Kill. Look at me. Go. Leave grip.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Set. Hey, Sam off. 10-2 soft. We won.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Glenn, he's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yard. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Eli Harrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
You better be afraid of me. Rush in. Tighten up. 59. Check 3.
Throwing is Stafford. Room to run past midfield. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the double.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Glenn. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Carolina.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Glenn. There goes a deep ball. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Colby Listenby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Monday. Shit.
To throw again. Stafford. That's caught by Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Catch made by Fulgham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he finds Howard complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dylan Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gets fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, as the first half is winding down, as they have taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to him. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, lock it.
Here's second and 8. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Stafford, complete. It's Johnson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That's a gain of 3. Now third and 5.
Set, lady. Mike 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun on third down, Stafford gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for the Lions. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. Again, it's Howard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Mike 8. Red 80. You ain't going nowhere. Watch tight end. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jordan Howard. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right? Although
I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check. Jim.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready? Mike 51. You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Glenn. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First down.
Got it. 51, 951. Here we go. Check the heart rate. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Go on. Hey, watch the ship. Be Griffin.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Check 3. Check. Check hot. Tight dog.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford, Brian Burns. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Running with Howard. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
21.
They'll try to run this one in. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. 951.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And this score will stay right where it is. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for the Lions, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here at
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out.